All right, guys. So over this past weekend and into today, the phrase "my butt's been wiped" has gone viral. Right? It is trending on Twitter, and the reason why is because there's a video out there of Joe Biden being asked a question regarding giving amnesty to illegal immigrants. And his response to that question, right, or him trying to, I guess, I don't know, understand that question, he said what sounded like, "my butt's been wiped."
Does immigration need to be in reconciliation? Must it be in reconciliation?
What must be what? What must be what?
Immigration, a pathway for citizenship.
It needs to be a pathway for citizenship. Whether it can be in immigration remains to be seen.
Does vaccinated individuals wear masks?
All right, guys. So as you can see there, Biden's walking up. It sounds a lot like he's saying, my butt's been wiped. Now, hey, Biden's an old guy, right? He's probably wearing diapers, which means he may have been better control some bodily functions. He might have some incontinence. Okay, so who knows? Maybe he was reminding himself that his butt has been wiped, right? He had that task done for today. Okay, that could have been it. Right, but he also could have been saying something like there must be what, or what must be what, right? He could have been asking her to repeat the question. Again, I really don't know, but it does sound a lot like him saying, "my butt's been wiped." Now, this is, again, interesting because Biden's asked about, what are the Democrats going to do about immigration, right? Now, again, as we all know, there's word on the street, mainly coming from Republicans, about how the Democrats are trying to sneak in amnesty for illegal immigrants. Now, this comes as Bernie Sanders, who is in charge of the Senate Budget Committee, right? Believe it or not, right? Came up with his own $6 trillion infrastructure plan, in which it included about $120 billion to put towards a pathway to citizenship for approximately 5 million illegal immigrants. So the Democrats, obviously, their chief budget guy, Bernie, right, in the Senate, he has his eyes on granting amnesty, right? That's what they mean when they mean providing a pathway to citizenship. What they mean is that we want to go ahead and make our new voting base official, right? We want to make them official. Also, on top of that, they need to go ahead and do this because that's the new workforce, right? Those people are what's going to take over the jobs that nobody wants because everybody thinks they should be paid $15 an hour, right? So you got to get those people legalized so that they can work above the table, right? And undercut all those people who are sitting at home right now on unemployment benefits because they don't want to go out and work, right? In my opinion, I think that that's probably what could happen if the Democrats get their way, and if people don't wisen up and go out here and take these jobs when they're pouring out a king ransom to actually come work, right? I highly recommend people really think hard about this before it's too late, okay? But, again, despite not really knowing what Biden says, what a lot of people are starting to know about Biden is that the dude is he's just mentally losing it, right? And just the fact that we even had to question what he said, it just goes to show this has happened too many times. He's slipping up way too much. Again, this is coming off the CNN town hall in which he went on all kinds of just crazy rants in which he was just struggling, fumbling, and mumbling to actually get out a coherent thought, right? Again, this has become so prevalent that a former Obama/Trump White House physician, Ronny Jackson, went on Hannity to basically say that he thinks that Joe Biden will step down before 2024, that he may be forced to resign because of his obvious cognitive decline. Take a look.
President Trump and President Obama, we have aired tape from 2012, 2016, and 2020 of Joe Biden, and now today. Donald Trump took a cognitive test. He got 30 out of 30 right. I hear it's a very difficult test. I do not think Joe Biden would do well on that test. Is that a fair assessment based on what I'm observing?
Absolutely, Sean. And I've been saying this from the very beginning. I've been saying that something's going on here. I was saying this when he was candidate Joe Biden. And I've been saying that it's only going to get worse. And guess what? We're watching that happen right before our eyes right now. And I'm at the point right now where, I went from, telling people we should be concerned about what might potentially be going on to now saying, hey, what is happening right now? Where are the people in our academic medicine that were out there calling for President Trump to have a cognitive test? Where are these people? There's something seriously going on with this man right now. And, I think that he's either going to resign. They're going to convince him to resign from office at some point in the near future for medical issues, or they're going to have to use the 25th Amendment to get rid of this man right now. There's some serious stuff going on right now. And if they do that, it'll be the president's cabinet that initiates that. And if you got to imagine, if you're a cabinet member right now, if you're the president's Secretary of Defense or Secretary of Treasury or his Attorney General, you have to be looking at him right now and thinking to yourself, like, what is going on? Can I take direction from this man right now? And I think that's going to start happening pretty soon. I think there's going to be some serious pushback from the White House and from the left to do something about what's going on, because you mentioned in your opening, this is a national security issue at this point, Sean. It really is.
I don't disagree with you. Stephen Miller, under the guise of COVID safety and protections, they kept him in the basement bunker during the campaign.
Guys, those are some strong words coming from a former physician, man. Those are some strong words, right? I mean, when he's saying stuff like this, right, I take it serious, okay? Because, hey, the guy is, a physician. He's a medical doctor. And the left tells us to trust the science, right? We have to trust the experts at all costs, right? And in this situation, I am trusting an expert. And this expert is saying that, hey, this right here is a dangerous situation, right? This is a threat to national security, okay? And this is kind of goes with what I've been saying, when I try to tell you guys, it's not funny, right? Or even a good thing that people are not watching Biden's town halls, that people are not paying attention to him. The reason why is because we have people in this country, a large amount of people in this country, that for whatever reason believe that the country is in good shape just because Biden's in office, and that they don't need to actually pay attention to what's going on. They don't need to pay attention to the fact that, again, the leader of the free world can't complete a coherent sentence. They don't think that's actually an issue, mainly because they're not paying attention. And when they do tune into the news, it's not like the left-wing media is making this out to be a big deal. So again, I'm highly concerned. I'm highly concerned about the idea of somebody that probably will be trying to run again in 2024, being 80 plus years old, that is experiencing what appears to be, allegedly, a cognitive decline. I really am concerned. And we all know that if this was Trump who was struggling to get out a coherent sentence at a debate, or basically saying that my butt's been wiped, right, in response to a question about the reconciliation package and immigration, we know that the left-wing media will be all over it. They would be saying, like, is Trump mentally fit to be president? Okay, I mean, they basically try to go after the man's weight. They try to say Trump was obese and that he might have a heart attack. That's what they try to say. That's how desperate they were, right, to try to paint Trump as either not being physically fit or mentally fit enough to be in office. But again, you have crickets coming from the left-wing media in regards to Biden's obvious struggles going on here. It's really crazy how it works. They try to say, oh, there's no bias against conservative viewpoints. There's no bias. I can't tell. And who knows whether or not the White House is going to force, Biden to resign or use the 25th Amendment or whatever. We don't know. But I will say the plan before this was for Kamala to take over. But it's become clear that Kamala's not even a good option, right? Would Kamala be a better candidate than a hobbled Joe Biden come 2024? Again, there's been evidence to suggest that Democrats don't even think that Kamala will be the best candidate. And I've said this before and I'll say it again, guys. I low-key think that the best option for the Democrats is that they got to run somebody else, right? They have to run somebody in 2024. We may see a Democrat try to run in the primaries during 2024. We may see them try to take over for Biden. We might see that, guys. We might see that. We could see a Democrat primary challenge to Joe Biden. Because at this point, again, both candidates they have right now, I think that any decent Republican could beat any of these two, right, in a race. Even if it was held today, in my opinion. right? And again, and things aren't going to get better for Biden moving forward because he's already fulfilled most of his agenda. He's not going to do that much more moving forward. After the first 100 days of being in office, the agenda is basically done, right? There's not that many days left, right, in terms of Congress actually being in session to pass any laws. If Biden doesn't get this infrastructure package here done soon, he's not going to get it done, okay? At least not until probably after 2022, okay? So I'm just saying, Democrats, there's a lot at stake here. And it'll be interesting to see whether or not Biden's condition gets worse, or it appears to get worse, or whatever. It will be interesting to see if the Democrats actually start to address this issue, because it is becoming so prevalent now that you cannot not notice it, right? So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.